Okay.
Outside. Bro is paranoid on a different level.
Should we invest into microphones?
Invest into microphones.
Yeah.
Well, if this is working fine, then not yet.
Yeah. Do you think we could put the backdrop here too? Put like one here, one here, and instead of the garage door.
Or just turn your garage into.
But how are we gonna open and close it?
What do you mean? So basically, if you look right here.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, what are we talking about?
What we're gonna talk about in the podcast.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna talk about origin stories, like how we started, and.
Oh, we want to do that in this one?
I mean, we talked about where we want to go, but I think it's important to talk about where we came from.
Yeah. Okay.
What else do you want to talk about?
Hollywood and social media versus cinema. What do you think this relationship is going to be going forward?
Yeah, okay, I think we should start with that. Social media versus Hollywood. Yeah. I think yesterday you talked about how Hollywood is losing a lot of money.
Yeah.
But we should. Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi.
I don't know if you can research if it's pre-COVID or after COVID, the numbers that you gave me.
What?
That how we lost like 90%.
90%. Well, that's this decade, so.
Like, but are we talking like 2020 and up or 2010 to 2020?
Let me check real
But
quick.
because if it's like 2020 and up, like from 2020 to 2023, then okay. Like for 3 years or 2 years, movies were closed. I understand. Now I feel like we're almost back to normal. Like no more people don't wear masks anymore. It's like pre-COVID basically, right?
Yeah.
And now we're just trying to recoup. That's why the economy is down, the inflation is up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the recession right now, right?
Yeah.
There should be opportunities to make some money.
As movies or?
Just as money opportunities, like I don't know if commercial real estate is a good idea, or maybe it is because, do you think offices will always be empty?
I don't think they're ever going back to how it was before. Because if you think about it, it's like, what were these huge buildings that you see in downtown that are super expensive to build, take years to build, and they have a lot of space in them. What were they all used for?
Office space.
Offices, right?
Mm-hmm.
With no other, like they didn't think of, let's actually throw in let's throw in a Costco in here.
There is a Costco in downtown.
There's a Costco, but like in one of those big ass buildings I'm talking about. It was just all pure office spaces. It's like there's no mixture. I mean, some of them do have like.
This is what I think. I think that we're gonna go back to workers going back to office buildings by force.
Well, yeah, you're already kind of seeing that happen right now, and it's like, look, there are actual benefits to having people
at home.
No, at
work.
Going to work, because there's so many benefits to it. It's like one thing is like you're putting money into the economy, right? You have to get there somehow. You go get your coffee, you go get your lunch out.
Yeah,
all stuff. Money is being pumped into the economy.
Yeah, the economy is rolling, but the reason why I think businesses want their offices full again, I think it's like just pure control. Yeah. Yeah,
productivity. Also, productivity goes up. It's true. I don't care what anyone fucking says. I'm dying on this fucking hill. I'm not shutting up.
They want to control.
Productivity goes up. I don't care, bro. You see the people online or where like, my productivity is the same when I work at home. I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. No, we're gonna do an experiment. We're gonna clone your ass. We're gonna put one of you in the office and one of you at home.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to respect that there are some benefits to working at home.
Yeah.
And that.
But that's not like businesses care. They don't care.
But I think that at the end of the day, that businesses are gonna, obviously they at the end of the day like have final say.
It's all about.
But at the same time, they want to keep a semi-good image, right? Because it could affect their brand and it could hurt their image. So I think the way.
Do you think we're at the bottom of the recession right now?
No, fuck no. Because
do you think
there's so many things. There's so many things into a recession that goes in. It's like.
Well, when the bubble burst in 2020, it was a good high. And then we went to another high, like a fake high.
Well, the bubble never burst really in 2020.
It burst for like 2 weeks. That was the craziest part.
Yeah.
I bought a lot of stocks in March 2020.
Yeah.
And that's how I made most of my money.
Yeah.
And then I just kept it in.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like a big crash that everyone was expecting.
No, it was pretty big.
Well,
but
I bought Microsoft. I don't think it was like 2008 crash though. Or
I think 2008 crash was a slow crash. This was the peak. Like it went peep.
Yeah.
Like I bought Microsoft at like 140.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's 300 right now. Yeah.
Oh, this man's secretly rich.
Secretly.
Yeah, he's saying he's poor on camera and stuff like that. He's secretly rich.
No, but it was my friend. My friend works in finance.
I don't know if you want to say this on camera, bro. That might be insider trading.
Bro, he just told me buy all the techs. That's not insider trading at all.
Okay.
It's like you when you tell me let's option trade SPY.
Yeah. Hey man.
Anyway,
I don't want to give out industry secrets. Okay.
I think we're going. I think it's getting. We're still going down.
Yeah, we're still going down.
But I think it's coming back. The economy, like people are starting to reinvest again.
I mean, people are always investing in the first place.
The only thing I feel that is slowing down, of course, is the VCs, like those venture capitalists, are a lot more
Stingy.
cautious. Yeah. Like, do you remember Bird, the scooter app?
Yeah.
You know how much it was valued?
Dude, when those companies
It was valued like $2 billion. Right? They was like, oh, it's the next Uber. You know how much they're valued right now? 25 million.
Yeah. Well, I was honestly expecting a little more than 2 billion. Because these valuations are fucking crazy. Whenever there's a hype, the valuation is like 1 billion times what they're actually valued at, and it's like insane. Like Bitcoin, Dogecoin.
Well, I think Bitcoin is making a comeback. It was at 19,000 a few months ago. Now it's like at 27.
What was it at? It's like, bro.
Look, do you remember March 2020? Bitcoin was at its lowest in so many years, like 5,000. If I would have bought, and my cousin told me buy Bitcoin, but I never believed in crypto.
If I could, shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I
woulda.
talked to that one girl, I would have gotten married with her, had babies, and have a happy family and be successful. If I invested into Bitcoin when I was fucking -5 years old, I would be a fucking quadrillionaire. I'd be richer than Elon Musk and fucking Jeff Bezos.
No, but this was, you know, when you almost hold something in your hand, it went like this.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's my life.
And then
it's right in front of you, but you can't have it.
So yeah, I think right now we should look for opportunities for filmmaking. You know.
How does this tie into filmmaking?
I don't know. This is a filmmakers podcast, motherfucker.
No, this is a business podcast.
Welcome to Business 101. In today's podcast, we will talk about how to buy the recession.
Okay, so then let's talk about that then, because you're asking like what you think the workspace is going to be in the future. I think it's like a hybrid. Now, how does that tie in with film? Because obviously in film, you kind of need to be on set and locations to actually film.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to be sending you a fucking camera at home.
And you have to act it out.
Yeah.
You have to do your own lighting, your own sound, your own design.
Yeah.
They send you the costume by now. Yeah, no, that's not.
I heard some movies during the pandemic, they kind of did that.
It didn't work out.
But it was like, no, like for some Hollywood movies, they like, not like that, but they like did maybe sent you the camera. I don't know if they sent you the camera or they just used like a Zoom.
No, they did that for Zoom interviews.
Yeah.
They didn't do that for cinema. Anyways, coming back to our social media versus movies. The reason why I said, are we still in the recession, is because if movies are making a comeback, it has to come back to cinemas. Like you have to go to the movies, watch the movie.
What do you mean by movies are coming back? You think that movies are coming back?
Movies kind of take a dump.
During the pandemic?
No, a little bit before, like 2017.
It was already in decline since like 2010s, 2000s.
I don't blame Marvel, but I do blame like this whole genre. We have to make a bunch of money or else the movie's not a success, right?
Yeah.
And every movie had to be a box office hit. Some movies, you know, you don't need to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There was a time period, like there was banger movies coming right after, like early 2000s, all the way to like 2012, 2013. Like every movie that was coming out was good.
Yeah.
And then that's when I think it started, like greed came over.
Yeah. They're just milking like all these sequels.
Yeah.
And basically it was like kind of training.
Redo, yeah.
It was training, the audience.
It was sequels or redos, like.
Yeah.
We get it. Fast and Furious makes money, but do we need 11 of them or 12? I don't know. I stopped counting, you know?
Apparently they're in space now.
Yeah.
Gonna be teleporting.
You know, pretty soon, I'm pretty sure they're gonna fight Thanos.
They're gonna fight Thanos, and then they're gonna fight Batman.
Yeah, like Vin Diesel is already Superman. So at this point, what's left? So I do think that why it's important to go to the cinema is profit is important to make good movies. Like there's no way around it. Yeah, The studios don't have infinite amount of money, right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, these are businesses.
Yeah,
Their only sole goal is to make money.
And if they don't make money, they don't make good movies. So international movies are still good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you watch international movies, but every time I watch an international movie, I'm way more impressed. Like the one I showed you, the first 10 minutes where they do the crazy fight scene, the Korean movie.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that by far beats any action scene from Hollywood in the past. Maybe John Wick, but that's about it. Like Marvel sucks. The action scenes is like,
Oh yeah. Shaky cam, you
Yeah.
can't see shit.
it's no good.
CG, fake fist.
Yeah. So Hollywood really needs to understand that to make a good movie, you have to have a good story, but also like not be scared to try something out, something new. You don't need to make a sequel. You don't need to make a redo. Like how many redos that have we had? You know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Infinite amount. Those are really. I mean, okay. So on that note, like I did bring this up with you in the past, but it was like I think the Xbox CEO was talking about how audience, like the people, their customers, right? That simply by making a good game, you're not going to get customers. You're not going to bring in money. And so in that sense, he's like, they're not focused on making good content in a sense. Do you think that good content, I mean, you were kind of talking about it right now, but you think good content brings in money? Like, why are these movies not making money?
This is not something new where a good movie doesn't do well. This is not new.
Yeah.
It's been going on forever. It's really marketing. If you market a movie well, then yeah, it's gonna make money.
Yeah.
So
because that's the thing is like, the problem with these movies is like these studios, right? They're like, you know what? We're gonna take a risk on you. We're gonna give you the budget you want and make this new movie. And then it doesn't do well at the box office, and then they're like,
guess how much was the
original movie?
guess how much was the budget for Dallas Buyers Club?
Dallas Buyers Club? Oh, that was a small budget because
5 million, 4.9 by the way.
Yeah.
And they had to fight for it.
Yeah.
And it won an Oscar, Best Actor.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was a really good movie.
Well, at the end of the day, that these studios are starting to care less about. I mean, some of them still do, but they don't care about awards as much anymore because it's like.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't matter. Money.
Yeah, the money.
Are we, as a society, have we gone down a wrong path, like a wrong way? Like, we've lost our dignity for money?
I mean, yes and no. At the end of the day, money is super important. You have to understand, but at the ultimate end of the day, right? Money is. People don't even understand how money and the economy work. The reason why I'm fucking stuttering as I'm talking is because I'm like, wait. How do I tie this into film? This is just turning into a fucking business, finance.
Because money is important
money
to
is
make
important.
movie.
But like, basically what I'm saying is like, let's say the world is ending, right?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna hoard your money? Like, let's say the world ends tomorrow. You think people are gonna, they're not gonna hoard your, cash means nothing.
They're gonna find
Your dollar, your Bitcoin that's worth $5 billion per one Bitcoin doesn't mean shit anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously, the world's not ending though, so. But it just shows you that on one hand, money is super fleeting, but on the other hand, money is super important.
Yeah, it's both. It's useless and very useful at the same time.
Yeah.
So
I think people worship it too much at times.
yeah.
They need to understand that money is a useful tool. It's just a tool. You use tools.
Yeah.
You use it. Don't let it control you and
Dictate
worship
your life.
worship it.
Yeah.
It's your tool.
So yeah, social media versus movies. We need to bring back movies into the cinemas, and the best way to do this is really, good marketing. Like, that movie Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
That was everywhere for a while because that was a good movie. But how many Spider-Man movies have we had in the past 10 years? I think it's like at 10. It's more than Fast and Furious.
Bro, I'm turning this next indie movie.
Which one?
It's gonna be fucking Spider-Man, bro. Spider-Man is the only movies that are gonna be coming out now.
It's like superhero movies are okay, but we're over
Let's not
them.
milk the fuck out of them, and they all have. Dude, I can't get into any conversation with any superhero fans or any Marvel.
But that's why
fans
they
or
say
any Spider-Man
Oppenheimer
fans.
is
gonna shit on
the
them.
rebirth of cinema.
Rebirth.
I hope
Hey,
so,
man.
because it's very unique.
Yeah, I mean to some
Albert
extent.
Einstein is in it.
Huh?
Albert Einstein is in the movie.
Albert Einstein.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
You watched the trailer? What the
Oh,
fuck?
I wanted to know what was the movie about. You have no idea what the movie's about?
Okay, actually, let's talk about this topic real quick. Let's go on a tangent. What do you think about watching trailers for movies?
Nowadays, no good.
Me, it's a no-go. Because for me, at least, it's like, I go out to watch movies that I'm super excited for. So I already know what those are gonna be. For those movies, I don't watch any trailers.
But I
want to go in raw.
I give you
raw dog.
I give you. I saw the 15-second trailer.
Yeah.
It came on when I was watching YouTube as an ad.
Yeah.
So I just watched it.
I close my eyes when that shit comes up.
No, I just it was 15 seconds. I just want to know you know what the movie's about, or you don't know?
I already know what the movie's about, but
what is it about?
It's about the birth of the atomic bomb.
Yeah,
it's Robert J. Oppenheimer's biopic.
That's all I know.
At the same time, there's a background of World War II happening.
Yeah, that's all I know. I know Einstein was in the trailer, and the guy
who invented the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Or was helpful in inventing the atomic bomb.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
So at least I know what's it about.
Yeah.
It's based in the 1940s, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So
I think most people shouldn't watch trailers because nowadays the way they make trailers, they give away too much, and sometimes it just gives you the wrong idea. And it's like, look, for people that are really interested in cinema and really interested in movies, don't watch fucking trailers.
Yeah, they give away too much information.
Yeah. But for the general audience members, yeah, you do have to watch trailers to be interested. But at the same time, I would highly urge movie studios to make good fucking non-spoiler trailers.
Yeah, like I'm not Shyamalan, but for trailers.
Yeah, something
It's a
like
love
that.
story, but make it an action movie.
I'm telling you, I'm coming for you. If you guys won't make it, I will. And I will make a lot of money.
Okay.
And I will get a lot of people to watch my movies because of trailers. There's one, pretty good trailer, Dune. One of the first teaser trailers that came out. No, not even if you don't like the movie or not. There's a teaser trailer that came out. Not the one that everyone has seen. This one was obscure. It's not even online. It's so fucking hard to find online. It's like this, he puts his hand in the box and the trailer's kind of like that. So well done. It shows you what the movie's about.
Yeah, I think that's
But
about
then
it.
at the same time, doesn't give anything away.
But now
It shows all the suspense.
But now they make 2.5 minute, 3
Yeah.
minute trailers. It's basically
Yeah. You're showing the whole fucking movie from beginning to end.
Exactly.
And our time spans are so short these days. Look, for me, a trailer has to be a minute or under.
15
I
seconds.
think a minute is even too long.
15 seconds.
No, 15 seconds
You
is too
turn it
short.
into a reel.
This is what's wrong with our generation is that, bro, we tried watching a single video. You're like, let's get to the end. I need to see the end result.
No. It was boring.
That's what
They were making noodles.
You're going to be reading books, and then you're going to be like, nah, fuck this book. I'm going to go to the end and see what the book's about.
No. Completely different analogy.
No,
They were showing noodles, okay? We get it. You boil the noodles. I want to see what it looks like at the end. I just want to see the end part. That's it.
Then why did you watch
We know it's noodles. We know they boil the water.
Then why are you watching the video
We
in
know
the
they
first
boil the
place?
water. They put the noodles in. We don't need to watch 10 minutes of it.
Why are you watching the video? Okay, this is the one thing also that I think the reason why, so going back to the social media versus filmmaking topic is look, as much as I want them to have a symbiotic relationship,
Symbiotic.
they kind of are right now. It's TBD right now, but for now they're helping each other. But social media is dangerous. It's training our brains to not be able to focus for more than a minute. And I don't care what any fucking doctor says. Bro, did you know, apparently American doctors says that internet addiction is not a real thing.
You know, in China, I think there's internet prison or something like that.
Yeah.
Where they give you detox.
Internet boot camp, their fucking parents drug these kids because they can't leave the computer. They drug their ass when they're going to, and knock them out and then ship them to the boot camp against their will. And it's I saw some people commenting hey man, this is fucked up. It goes against the kids don't want it and yet you force them. It's look.
Do you think it's better to watch internet all day?
The internet is literally ruining their lives in real time.
It's like fentanyl.
Yeah, but that is the biggest thing. Okay, I just want to touch into this topic real quick, right? When people think of the end of the world, what scenarios do they think of?
Armageddon, zombies.
Yeah, Armageddon, they're fucking crazy ass scenarios. Zombies taking over, huge mega asteroid colliding against Earth, fucking AI robots taking over, these big, huge events. But you know what probably is the most realistic thing that's happening?
China.
Besides China, but it's this slow death that you don't realize is happening. And you can kind of see right now, it's the pollution, pandering of resources.
No.
It's
I don't believe so.
Okay, even if you don't believe it, but it's like the most realistic scenario
You've
is.
been brainwashed too.
How have I been brainwashed?
You watch too much news.
I don't watch any news.
No, where do you get this information from?
It's common sense. What do you think? We need oxygen to live. We need sun. We need normal temperatures. The human body, turns out, actually does not perform really well under high heat. Our world, this is a fact, bro. People saying, oh, global warming is... The earth is getting hotter and hotter. And when people are like, oh, but it snowed during fucking summer, it's like, yeah, just because global warming...
I have a counter to conspiracy theory.
What?
You know how they say global warming is dangerous?
Yeah.
There's another one that's 100% more dangerous.
What is?
Global cooling.
Global warming creates global cooling, is what I'm trying to say.
Like,
it creates extreme weather.
Imagine it's so cold. Because guess when people die? Not during summer, during winter.
That's the exact opposite. Back in the day, they died from cold.
You can't grow anything. You can't grow anything in the winter.
Well, yeah.
At least in the summer, you can grow stuff.
You can't grow shit during the summer either, especially when there's a fucking heat wave.
Okay.
It kills your crops.
This year,
It's both.
This year, how many heat waves did we have? Like one. Now it's cold again.
Yeah, but what you don't understand is that global warming just doesn't mean that the whole earth gets hotter. When people talk about global warming, like they're like, oh, you said global warming, the whole globe's supposed to get hotter. Why did it get cooler? We're talking about climate change in general. When climate change happens, it means extreme weather events happen.
Okay.
Which means hotter seasons and hotter weathers get hotter, and colder seasons get colder and cooler, and more extreme weather events happen.
Oh, okay. What do you think about earthquakes?
Earthquakes?
Do you think they're coming for us, especially here in the Bay?
Bro is a climate denier.
I'm not a climate denier. I'm just saying I think we have bigger issues in our hands.
What are our bigger issues?
Well, the one that you see right in front of you every day, drug use and homelessness.
And you don't understand how these things are actually tied to the environment?
To global warming?
Yes.
So it's because it gets hotter outside, the homeless people want to kill themselves with drugs? Yeah, exactly.
It goes beyond that. It goes deep in that. Look, the thing about drugs is, right, there's a problem. What is the problem? All these problems at the end of the day are kind of connected to money. What eats up a lot of money?
I don't know.
Okay. But we're going to take this time to really talk about this on the podcast, right? So you have a big problem with what? Drug use and homelessness, right?
Okay.
Okay. At the end of the day, these are human vices, I guess human problems. There's huge problems with the homeless and drug use, right? It's not just one thing. A lot of them have mental disabilities and they need extra help. They need they need to bring back hospitals and help these people out. We need to bring these institutions back, right? How do we do this? We need money, right? Where does money come from? Money doesn't come from thin air. Okay. Like at the end of the day, we created money. But do you know where the concept of money even comes from? Like, where does money come from?
Rome.
No.
That's the first time they use money. They use gold coins.
See, this is why I kind of get disappointed when I hear people like you talk about these issues and you don't understand like the most.
Okay, Matt.
I'm threatening you on the podcast.
I'm gonna ask you one question.
Yeah.
When they dish out all this money for the homeless people, right?
Yeah.
What do they do for them?
What do they do for them? It's an ineffective tool.
They give out free drugs. They give out the syringes.
Bro is saying they give out free drugs. They do not give out free drugs.
Oh, okay. They give out all the tools, okay, to get fucked up.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I agree with you.
There's one dude on Instagram, he goes and he asks this
one
lady.
Bro is getting his information from Instagram.
He went to this one lady that was giving out syringes and said, hey, I want to get clean. Where should I go? She had no idea. There's no rehabs. They don't want people to get better. It's like you, okay? You have this problem. Instead of saying, hey.
This is what I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so what the fuck do you talk about climate change and all this shit? Makes
no sense. Because I was talking about the global issue and I think that the climate change is a huge problem. Like one of the biggest problems in humanity. And you said, no, I don't believe that. And
I never said I don't believe it. I said, what's scarier? You know what's scarier? Global cooling.
Bro, it's on a video. Where I said that I think one of the major issues is climate change, right? And climate change is a big thing.
No, I said...
And then you said you think that there are bigger problems that we need to worry about.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, what are those problems? And you said, drug issues and all that stuff. And I said, you don't understand how that's connected to...
Global warming?
Well, climate change and the destruction of habitats and all that stuff and resources. Well, yeah.
I don't see the correlation.
So I was trying to explain that, but then you just... dissed on whatever I was saying.
Because you were wrong and I was right. That's how it works.
So this is what I mean by yesterday. I'm gonna tie this into yesterday's podcast. Fuck, this is going nowhere.
Anyways, Oppenheimer, good movie.
It's hard to have a conversation though. Fuck.
But yeah, anyways, I think that if you want fake homelessness, you really have to force them to rehab. Say, hey,
everyone fucking agrees with you, bro. But what you don't understand is like, okay, I've been thinking about this, right? The government. When you're like, oh my gosh, this fucking president is ass. These fucking politicians are ass. And everyone knows it. It's true. Everyone knows that it's true. At the end of the day, they fucking suck at their job. If I was working at this pace at fucking McDonald's or Starbucks, I would have been fired the first week. If anyone was this bad at their job in any profession,
they would get fired.
They would get fired. But politics and like movie industry, these are the only industries where you get fucking promoted by doing a bad job, right?
Fail forward, that's what they call it.
Yeah, fail forward, right? So at the end of the day, like, oh, I could do a better job. I could come up with this easy policy, right? It's so fucking easy. Like you said, all we need to do is create these institutions to help them out and blah, 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 right? We have the solution. But then when it comes to implementing that solution, because of our political system and how our politics works, you can't just do that.
Okay, but
because there's all these fucking...
Okay, I'm gonna give you some laws that in San Francisco, you can get like really fucked up, right? Right in front of the police station, right? But
okay, so I'm gonna say that
if you jaywalk, ticket. If you park your car in a bad spot,
I'm gonna say that you don't know your facts. These are not true.
So you cannot use drugs in open air?
That is, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to.
So how come everybody does it?
Because they've become so common that you're gonna arrest all of them, or I don't. I don't know too much. I think
drug use is still legal in San Francisco. Illegal. Like you can take any drug that you want.
It's not become legal. It's become lenient.
I think we have to go Google it right now.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's legal.
I'm pretty sure they haven't. Yeah, you're right.
Because
they haven't.
I've seen so many times people smoke crack right in the middle of the street, like on the sidewalk. So I don't think it's illegal. Lenient my ass.
Okay, so it's a misdemeanor, apparently.
Huh? So you're supposed to get a ticket for it? That's what it says?
Yeah, both these changes made simple possession less serious of a crime, but it remains a misdemeanor punishable with up to 1 year behind bars.
But they don't enforce it.
Yeah, they don't enforce it because, bro, they don't enforce a lot of laws, okay?
No, I got a ticket, parking ticket.
Well, parking is a little different from...
How come this motherfucker, they go in front of City Hall, they get fucked up. Me, I park bad ticket?
Well, like I said, these are different agencies that are... One is the fucking SFMTA or whatever that is. And the other is cops that are supposed to be doing it. So, hey man, I'm gonna be honest, don't take this the wrong way. A lot of things you're saying is, it comes from some truth, but then a lot of it is derailed.
Anyways.
Yeah, you're right. It is gotten outrageous, but
I think if they want to bring back workers in the city, they have to fix that issue. Because it's fucking dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, and all I'm going to say is, look, the policies are super easy, okay? Everyone knows what the fuck you need to do. And if people want me to list them out, look.
There was this other guy on TV I saw, he wants to bring the rates up for the toll bridges.
No, it's not.
Maybe. It's a maybe.
They are. No, they are.
No, it's a maybe.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure they approved it. It hasn't got in yet, but it's happening in the next year.
They proposed it. I think before doing that, they should fix the city. Because then what's going to happen is really no one wants to go to the city. It's like,
why do I keep on raising it?
Yeah, why should I go to pay $10 to go in this fucking shithole?
Well, that's one of the reasons why they're raising it.
So people don't go?
What?
No. Already San Francisco is
I already know what you said, but what I'm saying is how you do not understand that. So you just said that less and less people are coming into the city, which means less and less revenue generated by the fucking Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
Toll. No, that's why they would raise the toll, so they make more money by less people coming.
So they want less people.
What the fuck are you saying, bro?
What the fuck are you saying?
Is it? Do you not know how money works? Fuck.
But we talked about yesterday. Sometimes you go on a tangent. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't bring up any of this shit. I just want to say, I was reviewing the podcast. Half the tangents that you said I went on was all you. You go on the tangent, I add on to the tangent. It's symbiotic relationship.
I have ADHD, man. I think about stuff when you say stuff. What else, man?
What I'm saying is, okay.
Fuck the bridge. Fuck San Francisco, man. It's a failed city. It's a failed state. The mayor is a fucking bitch. Gavin Newsom. Do not vote for that guy.
Okay, we're going to just say one thing about this and one thing. The fucking politicians are stupid and they don't know what the fuck to do, right?
Yeah.
We can blame them. But you want to know something else?
I blame you.
The people that are citizens that also live in the city and vote for these motherfuckers are also just as fucking stupid.
But I think now...
So everyone's stupid.
I think now everybody's fed up.
We're all stupid. I'm stupid. He's stupid.
Everybody's fed up now. Everybody wants change. We have to bring back Barack Obama. Yes, we can. Can Barack Obama become president again?
My brother.
What?
My brother.
What?
Obama is my brother.
No,
you, my brother.
No.
But this is what I'm saying. This is a serious thing. This is exactly what I was talking about. And you still didn't understand what I was saying. Is that obviously you're saying we're all fed up. We want change.
No,
I'm saying is change is not that easy.
Can become president again.
I'm literally talking about 5 things that you said before. No, President Barack Obama cannot become president again because he's already fucking served his 2 terms or whatever the fuck.
Putin can. Putin, 25
This
years.
is why we have a problem with our city and our country. Because
How come
people don't know anything
What do you think
anymore.
about
I don't know
dictators?
anything. Look, all I say is...
Do you believe America is run by a corporation?
I mean, yes and no.
I think...
I always say these answers where it's yes and no, but the truth is, I don't know if people know what yes and no means, but it's both. Yes, they are run by corporations, but at the same time, they're not run by corporations.
Because I saw some numbers, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah, well, I mean, lobbying exists, and like, you know,
lobbying is
at the end of the day, America,
I'm buying
all these policies are here to, a lot of the policies are pandering to help corporations, but at the same time, they're here to help fucking people. So it's...
Anyways, Oppenheimer. Let's talk about Oppenheimer. This is a good movie.
Let's talk about Oppenheimer. Are you genuinely excited by Oppenheimer?
No.
You're not genuinely excited about Oppenheimer. Why are you not excited about Oppenheimer?
It's just another movie.
It's just another movie, but at the same time, then it's like, people say that to me, right? And then it's like...
What happens if you put your hopes so high and the movie's not good? You're going to kill yourself.
You're going to kill yourself, maybe, but at the end of the day, that's what makes life worth living, is like having these hopes and having these things to get excited about. If you're not excited about anything, then why even get up in the morning? Like Elon Musk has said it too, but it's just like, what is the purpose of living if you have nothing to get excited about? Sometimes I see these people, right? They go to music festivals or they see their celebrity and they're like, and then the celebrity touches them and they're like, and then they faint, right? And then I'm like, bro, these motherfuckers are so stupid that they're worshiping like a person that's not even like...
Now you believe a little bit how people, you know, believed in pharaohs, they were gods.
Okay, yeah, but let me just finish before we go into the fucking Egyptian tangent real quick. Right? People are worshiping these people and it's like, wow, man, they waited 8 hours in the rain. They traveled from 12 hours away just to meet this person for 5 seconds, to touch them, to get fucking slapped in the face and spit on. And they weren't even treated well.
Justin Bieber.
And it's like, look, at the same time, I'm bashing that. But at the same time, it's like, wow.
Wow.
They get excited over just such a simple thing that makes their life kind of excited. Obviously, it's like the blue pill where they get excited over something that's not real value. But at the same time, they got excited.
Have you watched The Matrix?
Yeah.
Fucking good movie, huh?
It's a great movie.
Not the second, not the third one, not the fourth one.
But basically what I'm saying is you need to get excited over things like, is there anything that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to do? Like as a kid, that happened. But as you get older, those things become more fleeting and more fleeting. And it's like, as an adult, as you grow older, it's important to still keep those things.
Yeah.
So like for me, I'm genuinely hyped about Oppenheimer.
I mean, I wish I could share that with you, but...
So what, okay, then let's talk about a little more. I mean, what is something that you're like really excited about? What is exciting to do?
Damn, I don't know. I don't get excited much anymore. I'm always...
We need to find those things for you.
Yeah, we should. Well, I like working out. I like riding my bike. Those things bring me joy. I want to travel. Travel used to bring me joy.
Okay, we're doing traveling.
Yeah, exploring. Filmmaking brings me joy.
What about filmmaking specifically? Or just the
Creating.
whole, just the whole,
Creating.
just creating.
Just taking what's in here and go like.
Yeah. But okay, so on that note, like as a creator, right, you get excited about that. But on the other hand, it's like on the same spectrum, but on the opposite side is.
I'm not autistic.
Yeah, look, life is a spectrum.
Autism.
That's what it's become.
Everybody autistic.
Everything is on a spectrum.
Everybody autistic.
Your excitement level is on a spectrum.
Okay. What were we talking about? Excitement.
Excitement. Things to get excited about. But that's what I'm saying is like you're excited about creating things in the film industry, but on the same spectrum, but on the opposite end is as an audience member being able to enjoy things that other people in your industry have created. It's like, oh, that's exciting. Has there ever been a movie where you're like just left you a movie, a story that has just left you?
Yeah, a lot.
Breathtaking.
Like I'm easy with movies. You know, you're very harsh.
Yeah,
with me, most movies, you know, I just
Most movies are breathtaking to you.
No, most movies I really like. I'm a big fan of even bad movies. Like most movies that I watch, I enjoy.
Yeah.
But you, I don't know.
Yeah. Most movies I don't enjoy, to be honest.
Why?
It's because, like, look.
Like you are hyped up for Oppenheimer, and then let's say you watch it, and you'll be like, oh, fucking shit. I may be like, oh, that's another movie, but I go in and I really like it, and afterwards I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Maybe you coming in, you're like this big, you come out this small, but me going in, I'm like, yoo.
Well, okay, so there's actually a saying on this. It's like a life saying or whatever.
What?
But it's like, I don't know how the exact quote goes, but basically it's like, as a poor person, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you know nothing but being poor, and then you have your hopes on the richness and the things that you see rich people do. You can have ice cream every day. You can have all these things. And as a poor person, those look amazing, right? And then let's say as a poor person, you get there, and it's like amazing, right?
But the journey was more fun.
But the journey to get there was more fun. But at the same time, it's like once you get to that richness, right? You've seen that. You've had the ice cream. You can never go back to eating shit ever again. Let's say you're used to eating shit your whole life, right? You had nothing but shit. You can handle it. But the moment you step outside of that and you start eating like good and all that stuff, you can never go back to eating shit because...
Yeah, that's why they say...
So on that note, it's like, I've seen these breathtaking stories that have left me fucking mouth wide open. Like my girlfriend.
Seed of God.
Yeah.
City of God was a good movie.
Bro, I had some problems with City of God. To me, it's not a perfect movie, but
it's a good movie.
It's really good.
What didn't you like?
What didn't I like about the movie?
The setting when they did a time jump, when it went from ghetto, like almost in the farm, to favelas where it was concrete. Because basically that's what it was.
Yeah, no, not that. That was.
Because basically they took this empty lot.
Yeah.
And they built.
Yeah, I think this is a problem with a lot of movies these days. But like, the second half was kind of rushed. Kind of rushed. Like the first half is like all the setup of just all these people's lives, and it took a real long time to set that up. It took half the movie or more. But then the second half is just
it was the premise, and then the what's it called? In French we say élément de... I don't know in English actually. You know there's intro?
Yeah.
And then the intro you have three subjects, right?
Yeah.
Sujet amené, sujet posé, sujet divisé.
You have setup,
in the intro, right? In the
right.
intro you have three things that you have to talk about.
Yeah.
And then those three things, once they're talked about, you have what creates the fight. Mm-hmm. So basically, City of God was a 1 hour introduction of all the characters. Yeah. And then 1 hour in, they said, okay, now why is the story interesting? Yeah. And then...
Well, the story was interesting already from the get-go because of their lifestyle, right?
Yeah, but if you think about it, the first hour, you're right, all they did was, okay, say there was this, and then 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 all of this happened, and then boom. Because basically, if you think about it, it's when they raped the guy's girlfriend. the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
When they raped his girlfriend, that's when the real fight started.
Yeah.
That's the war, right?
Yeah.
So, and then they talk about what happened in the war.
Yeah, that happened so like quickly, to be honest.
Well, basically, the way they set it up was that maybe there was nothing else that went on.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. It was like, listen, there was war, and this is what happened during the war.
Yeah. But all that, so yeah, at the same time, right? The war happened too quickly, in my opinion, right? But then at the same time, they created all the characters that we really cared about.
Died.
They either died or they weren't like in the movie. Like the camera guy,
The camera guy? He became a journalist.
he became a journalist, and like that part is like
He's the one telling the story.
Yeah, he's the one telling the story. But in the second half of the movie, like during that whole gang shootout war, he
became the photographer.
kind of disappears. I mean, he comes in and he goes, but
No, but he was telling he was not an integral part to the war. He just saw it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could say I photoed it, but I wasn't part of it. And then maybe at the end he did embellish his story a bit.
Yeah. Well, but like we cared about also the cool drug dealer who was gonna go move out to the farm.
Yeah.
They got not that they got rid of the characters,
it was
but
like
like
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, the characters that we cared
So
about.
you should like it. You should like this fucking movie.
Well, no, because like I think what they could have done better was, I don't think did we ever see Lil Z's perspective? In the second half, they should have showed us Lil Z's perspective because he kind of goes off the rails after his best friend dies.
Oh, that's his perspective. I don't have any more anchor. His anchor was gone.
Yeah.
He was the only one.
So we should have seen that from his perspective though, and then that would have given us more investment into this gang turf war. Because at the end of the day,
he like Lil Z. If you look from the beginning, he was a psychopath that wanted power. That's all he wanted.
But then for some, so this is also the
those
writing.
child actors were good. Like Lil Z's actor, he was demonic. I think he played a better role than the Lil Z real actor.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Like especially when the kid laughed.
Yeah.
You could see in his eyes.
Yeah.
He was crazy.
Well, yeah. So that's the second half of the movie where it's like, dude, Lil Z in the very beginning is a psychotic serial. Like something's fucked up with his head, but in the middle he like sort of becomes tame.
I think it's just the actor.
Yeah.
But
well, also his actions, he's like, we're not killing anyone and we're not robbing any stores.
Yeah, because he doesn't want attention to himself. He wants to sell drugs.
At the same time, this motherfucker was shooting people left and right before this happened. And all of a sudden, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. You're right. That was a good point. But he didn't kill. He shot people in the stomach.
Lil Z?
Yeah.
Lil Z killed the very first instance of him was the motel killing him.
You were talking about when he went after the hoodlums.
After the hoodlums?
He shot them in the leg.
Oh, okay.
But he did kill one of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. That maybe didn't make a lot of sense. What other movie that excites you?
Breathtaking. Well, for me, my pillars, my fucking superheroes of movies that like just
don't fucking
I want to strive for. Huh?
Go ahead.
No.
I said don't say Dune.
No, not Dune. Interstellar.
Okay.
Inception.
Okay.
Attack on Titan.
Uh-huh.
A lot of mangas and animes actually, storytelling wise, like inspire me. Not because they're super, super amazing, but because I think, okay, actually let's talk about this now also is foreign versus international cinema and storytelling versus
local
American. Because the reason why Japanese, it's like, dude, I used to think Asian people were the least creative people. Because all the Asians I hung around were all these like robots that were math, A plus B plus C equals Y. And then, they're so rigid, right? But then I was like, oh, that's a lot of Asian Americans. But, once you go outside more.
People are cool.
Yeah, Asians are more like free flowing. And that's what I kind of see in Japanese anime and manga is like, bro, they're so creative. Like, who the fuck can think of these stories? You got a guy screaming, and he fucking transforms and he has all these like cool, like, and it's not even super, he gets superpowers, like he has a fire sword and all that stuff. But then like some of these creators, they go outside of their brain and it's like, you know what? He doesn't have a fire sword. He has a time manipulation sword. Like, so a lot of these concepts like amaze me.
Naruto was based on deities. Sasuke Naruto was he kind of not stole, but he got inspired a lot by Japanese folklore.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of stories are inspired by folklore, mythology.
Bleach too.
Yeah.
Shinigami is basically a Japanese way of dealing with death.
I think Bleach is like an amazing story.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't executed to the best.
I think if Bleach had Naruto Studio, would have been better.
Naruto Studio. Well, I think, there's a lot of things wrong with Bleach. It was rushed and all that shit.
That's
But
what
at the
I'm
same
saying.
time, bro, dude who designs the characters and the fashion, top tier.
Yeah, Bleach looked way cooler than Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto looked very childish.
His fashion design is fucking amazing.
Like even in Shippuden, it was still childish. But then Bleach, from the moment it started, it was raw. It was cool. Like he had this fucking huge ass blade. Wasn't that awesome? And then what's the name?
Just the clothes also. The drip, what they call young people called drip.
And then Yamamoto, the guy with the fire sword.
Yeah.
He's fucking dope.
Yeah.
The other guy with the rose petals. What's his name?
Byakuya.
Byakuya. He was cool. Oh, Ulkuria. He was the best villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
But Bleach also had a good finale. Like when he killed Aizen.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that's also, dude, the Aizen story is like, concept-wise is fucking amazing. Execution-wise it was a little, but
I think they did really good.
But concept-wise it's fucking amazing. It's just about basically like this guy, right?
You know, Bleach, you felt more like Naruto had talk no jutsu, right? He could, talk to his enemy.
Yeah.
But Bleach was like pure raw force. Like he would get his ass kicked, and then he was like, "Oh fuck, I have to train." And then they go in this chamber. They train for 3 years, and then he's like, "I'll become my weapon." Dude, that was sick.
Talk no jutsu is kind of cool.
Talk no jutsu is kind of
because it's like it's showing that your words are. Because dude, there's this quote in Naruto that's fucking fire. He's like, this master assassin who's come across so many swords and all that stuff. He's like, your words cut deeper than any blade. It's like, damn, bro. Oof. But okay, let's talk about this because it's Bleach, right? I want to tie this into, I guess, real life. But what do you think about human potential? And because here, I'll tie this into 3 things: Bleach, into filmmaking, into kind of my thoughts and my relationship.
Wait, are you talking about anime?
Well, let me get into the I didn't talk about it yet.
Don't.
But basically,
you cannot. It's a
what?
sin if you turn animes into real life movies.
Well, no, not that. Yeah,
you should never do that.
We should talk about that also. But basically, human potential and like, do you think we can all be these amazing, special people that we want to be? Because, like, for example, right?
99% of us suck, basically.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me put it in a quantifiable, I guess, metaphor. Like, I used to be a runner, right? And like, if you look at it, right, running is super competitive. You have rankings. It's like, how do you rank people? We all run a 5K race. Times. You're either fast or you're not, and you're ranked by your times, right? This person is faster than this person, so he's number 1, number 2, number 3. Can these last people who are at the last, the quote-unquote losers, there's no losers, but the losers, can they become...
In fear of being canceled, just say it.
These fucking losers, can they become these people on top?
I think...
And what separates them from doing that?
I think... sports is different from arts, I think.
You think so?
Because, to be honest with you, yeah, if you're talented, it's good, but hard work in sports will always be talent, no matter what. Mm-hmm. As long as you have 2 legs, 2 arms, and the same, genetics, right?
Yeah.
Talent will always get beaten by hard work, and that's proven fact.
Okay, so let's touch on that in the sports subject.
Like you see so many NBA players that come into the league first draft because they're phenoms and they're talented. Yeah. But like Zion Williamson, he's a good example of someone that's super talented, but he's fat.
He was born with the right genetics.
Yeah, like genetically speaking, he's like Shaquille O'Neal mixed with LeBron James. Yeah. He's strong. He's stronger than Giannis. He's faster than Stephen Curry. Not faster, but he's a big boy and he's fast. Yeah. But he is fat. He doesn't control his eating. Like if he had Kobe's mentality, he would destroy the league basically. So that's basically what I think. Like when I used to box, this was something I always believe in. So yeah, there's gonna be people that are faster, hit stronger, but as long as you put in the hours,
that discipline.
yeah, like in boxing, there's always this like underdog because one lucky punch could change a fight, right? But creatively speaking, right, you have.
Well, wait, can we talk about the sports real quick for a second? Okay, right? Because people. So you think that at the end of the day, like if you really push yourself and like do all the things necessary to get you to that top level, you can make it to the top, right?
If you really put like 100 hours every week,
like you go above and beyond. Okay, but so on that note, I've seen some people that have like done that. They're like, I've done everything. I did it. I went above and beyond. The number one guy, he's doing this much. I 2x'd his training program all this.
Rock Lee,
right? And it's like, but he's like, but I still can't get there no matter what. He's like, dude, I was just not born to be a runner. I was just not born to be a basketball player. Like, it's just not in the cards for me. No matter how hard I work, I can't get there. Yeah, is that a real thing or not? Because like
that's why I said genetically, if you have the same genetics, right? But if you're like 5'8", of course you won't make that NBA.
But isn't that like a frustrating like
you find
fucking lesson to like leave it on? It's like, wow, if you're just not born this way, I'm sorry, you can't. That's life.
You find what sport you could be good in instead.
Because like, okay,
let's say you're super fast, really talented basketball player, and your agility is off the charts, but you're 5'8". Try soccer. I don't know. Try track and field.
So maybe basketball's not in the cards, no matter how much they want it. So you think that?
Genetically speaking, they won't get there.
Okay, so I guess you're on the. So if someone wants it so badly, that sometimes it's just not enough for them. So no matter how hard you work.
So sports and arts is different.
Yeah. Okay, but like for sports, right? Another example I just want to really talk about. It's like this tennis player. He used to be like the number one guy, and he was like on top of everything. But he got injured, right? And the injury kind of took him out for a while. But he was still at his prime, and he's still at his like prime age right now. But for some reason, he can't get back to where he used to be after that injury. Like, I'm sure he's working harder than he was before, probably. Like, let's just assume that he is. But he still can't get to that spot again, even though he was number one. It's like, what is that element? What is that thing, that spark that is not letting us get to the point we want? Because I'm sure he wants it, right? Or is it just because he doesn't want it bad enough?
Yeah, I don't know. Sports and arts is different. Like, I'll give you my point of view in arts, okay?
Okay, so in the arts, right?
In the arts field, like, in the arts field, it's always a question of finding out who you are and then pursuing that passion, right? Like I told you, I wanted to be an actor, but I wasn't good acting. But then I was like, okay, let me become a camera guy. And then that camera guy made me view that I would be really good as a producer because I'm good at bringing people together. So now if I work really hard to become a producer, I think I have a chance. But let's say I put 100 hours a week, right? 100 hours a week is basically like, all I do is passion and sleep. Passion, sleep. Like work, practice and sleep, right? So let's say you want to go into a route, try it out, see what you're good at. But the moment you understand that I could be really good at this naturally, now it's time to put in the hard work. So first, that's why I always tell you, find what you're good at. Like,
find your specialty.
Yeah, find your yeah, exactly. Like, it's hard for some people. Like, some people are lucky and they're born into it, right? And that's what they do and that's what they're great at. For me, it was trial and error, right? Like, even camera person, like camera guy, I'm not the best. I know people that are way better. But the reason why I get a lot of gigs is I'm a good producer. I know how to bring people together. So, yeah, that's why I think my calling is to produce.
Okay, gotcha. So people finding their specialty. But okay, so on that note, I guess, what if they want to become this, like they want to become an actor, right? It's their dream. They're willing to sacrifice everything for it, but they're not good at it, right? It's not their quote unquote specialty, but they want it so badly. Like, can they push
Yeah.
and get there, or no matter how hard you work, it's not in the cards, and that's destiny.
Well, that's why yesterday we were talking about this. Is once you start practicing different ranges of roles, you see, oh, I could become this type of actor.
Yeah.
Or like Robert De Niro, right? He plays the same guy every time.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's playing himself.
Yeah.
Or Matt Damon too.
Yeah.
Like it's always like they're playing themselves.
Yeah.
So they found the vein, and then they do this kind of work, and that's what they're pushing.
Yeah.
So that's why I think for you it's important to almost see, okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. Don't just say I want this. No. I said, and then you do like a bunch of stuff, and then it's like, oh, wait, I just found something that works for me, right? Maybe it's the crazy guy, maybe it's the crazy ex-boyfriend, maybe it's the lover boy, maybe it's like the over-enthusiastic scientist, you know? It's like practice all these different roles, you know, and figure it out.
Yeah, but okay, I guess maybe I wasn't a little clear, but it's like, let's say you want vanilla chocolate or vanilla ice cream. It's like no matter how hard you go or try for it, you can't get vanilla ice cream. Is that a real thing, or no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you get, sometimes it's just...
I think in life, right? If you think in terms of, will I ever get there without trying, it's always a no. So you have to try, even if, you know...
Even if it means failure, even if it...
Yeah, even if it means failure, even if like guaranteed failure 99%, if you have 1% hope, sometimes it's worth it.
Okay, because on that note, because it's like, the reason why I kind of bring this up is because like, obviously a lot of people go through this in life, right? And like, especially in the entertainment industry, right? You have all of these people, like Hollywood is like literally the road paved by broken dreams. People see the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's like, you want to know what the real Walk of Fame is? It's fucking all over dead bodies, you know? And it's like people that, they're like, fuck, they put in the hours, they put in the work, but no matter what, no matter how hard they put in, they just couldn't get there for some reason.
Okay,
and
but
it's like,
this is actually a good thing for you. And the sea of people, and then everybody is kind of the same, or everybody is similar to each other. All you have to do is be yourself and say, okay, I'm gonna stand out because of this.
Yeah.
And like, there's always gonna be the pretty boy role. There's always gonna be the pretty girl role.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be like a deep actor role. So find which niche you belong to and fucking destroy the competition.
Okay. Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say, like, what do you think it is that they can't get there, right? And I guess you kind of answered that.
Yeah, my thing is like they're trying to be like everybody else.
They're not working smart. They're not standing out. They're just like,
it's like
they're just working hard and just.
Even on Instagram, when I follow actors, right? Everybody wants to be the pretty boy.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be the pretty girl.
Yeah.
But there's too many of those.
Yeah.
And to be the pretty boy, you have to be like almost like what's that girl's name that played Barbie?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, like she is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing.
So I've done the research. I understand.
If you look at her, she has zero flaws, right?
Yeah.
But then she's like, that's why they took Barbie for her. Like even like Wolf of Wall Street, when she became really popular.
Yeah.
Boom. But then another good example is Jennifer Lawrence. She's pretty, but she's not perfect, right? But then she's funny. Because she found, say, hey, I may not be the prettiest, but I could be a funny. And there's not a lot of funny girls in Hollywood, right? It's a very like, it's either like they're fat or they're skinny or, you know, they're not like the conventional pretty. And then for guys, you know, there's different type of roles that you can play. So if you want to be the pretty boy, you know, or like the Tom Cruise or the Sylvester Stallone, you basically have to find what works for you. Like Vin Diesel, I think, even though a lot of people shit on him, like, oh, they say he's a bad actor, he found what worked for him, right?
Same with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right?
You know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had a really hard upbringing with Hollywood. Like he would they tried him with the romantic lover, it didn't work out. They tried him with the, what's it called, the adventurer, which is working a lot better now. And then they're like, okay, what works good? Like he's almost like a anti-hero. and now that's what he's playing.
He found his niche. He's a fucking superhuman, just in a regular human's body.
But he's also a little bit of a dick.
Yeah.
He's like this anti-hero.
Hard-headed.
Yeah. But some other movies he was playing just plain old good guy, and it didn't fit his face.
Yeah.
And then you look at Kevin Hart. He's the good guy, but funny.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying his best, but he's a little bit weak.
Yeah.
So that's my suggestion for people in Hollywood is find which role you want to compete in.
Yeah.
You know, like I have someone that I know, right? They want to be like, what's it called? An actor in Hollywood. And
someone I know.
It's not you, I swear. and
you're standing right in front of me.
I swear to God, it's not you. I swear to God. Okay, no, they're already in Hollywood. They're already established, right? They really want this like type serious / almost, you know, I would say Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro in like Godfather, where he's kind of like this mafioso and you know, like you're talking to me, you know. Yeah. But that's not his type.
It's just not in the cards.
He has to be like the fun, loving guy that's accepting of everybody and almost like a B-type character where, you know, to be the lead, right? They would have to kind of mold the story around his niceness, right? Because the person naturally, like when you see him not act in real life, that's how he is. So kind of feed into that and be loving and accepting and you know, having fun and being jolly with everybody. You know, instead of trying to become like a true detective type where it's like, who committed this crime? It was you, you know, like Batman.
Serious.
That's what makes great actors if they could play different roles. But I think in the beginning, to get your foot in, be a typecast. Be the person.
Know who you are and know your type and lean on to that.
Exactly. Don't.
Yeah, that's the number one thing that I see actors' mistakes they make is like, bro, you have to use what you have. Find out what your strengths are.
Yeah.
And like literally like, most of the times the people are like, oh, I don't know what the fuck my strength is. Whatever you're most self-conscious about is probably your strength.
Yeah.
Like
me deep down, I know I'm a stupid guy.
Yeah.
For a long time, I didn't like being a stupid guy. The moment I stopped and I said, you know what, I'm stupid. Yeah. That's when I felt like I was the smartest. Yeah. It's like you just have to stop fighting.
Embrace it. Yeah.
Embrace who you are. You know.
And lean onto it.
And just have fun with life.
Yeah. Okay, but really quickly, right? You said the guy that wanted to play the mafia character, right? But when you say that, it's like it kind of breaks my heart. It's like kind of heartbreaking where it's like this guy, he wants to like. If you think about it, it's like some of these things that we want so badly we can never have. Isn't that such a... Does
it break your heart when the farmer wants to grow potatoes on concrete? If it's not happening, it's not happening.
I know, but it's like, okay, let's say he finds the soil. Let's say he finds the soil and he does that. It's like, he's just not meant to be a potato farmer. It's not growing.
No, instead of trying to grow the potatoes on concrete, go on topsoil and be like, okay, I'm gonna grow the potatoes here. Let me try. Maybe it's white potatoes. Maybe it's red potatoes. Maybe it's like small potatoes. Maybe it's big potatoes. But then once you find out, you know, oh, potatoes are growing. Let's see which potatoes I am. So that's my point of view is really find out what you're good at and what other people want you for. It's like, you know.
But isn't there like these things that you want no matter what that you're not going to compromise any other? It's like I need to have it. This.
Well, if you want to be delusional, but you know.
Yeah, it's wake up to reality.
You know Matthew the Green Light book? Why I tell you to read it? Yeah. He was getting typecast, but he was already in Hollywood. Yeah. So he was established. He was making like 5 million, 10 million per movies, right? Yeah. But he was getting typecast as the
romantic comedy.
Yeah, romantic comedy. But he was like, you know, this is boring. I don't want. And then
it's not fulfilling.
And then for 2 years he ate shit. Yeah. But deep down he knew
he wanted to be serious.
No, he knew he could pull this off.
Yeah, he knew.
You know why? Because he practiced it beforehand.
Yeah.
And he knew that he could get those roles. All he needed was a chance. Yeah. And then he did what's it called, Magic Mike. right?
Yeah, Magic Mike, True Detective,
But True Detective was after.
Mud.
Yeah, it was after Dallas.
Oh,
Mud was a really good
yeah,
example
Mud
for him
before,
where
yeah.
he wasn't typecast
Yeah,
as
yeah.
the.
That makes
So,
sense.
but still, he had to get a foot in the door,
Yeah.
right? So once you got a foot in the door,
Then you can start to.
then you can start
Take
imposing your will.
Because I was gonna say, like, look, Matthew McConaughey is one of the success stories, but you hear stories. It's like other people that try to do that didn't make it work out. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's true. Like he had the it factor.
why didn't that happen?
Yeah, he had a,
So what is that it factor? So I guess to some extent I'm asking also.
naturally
what is
he was
that
good.
it factor?
Naturally, right?
Uh-huh.
He was
And
good.
why do some people not have that it factor?
Okay,
And is it obtainable?
Let's talk about it. He had talent naturally.
Yeah.
He was charismatic.
sure.
He was good looking. He had everything going for him, right?
Yeah.
But if you read his book, he did a lot of hard work.
It was a combination of both
Exactly.
that people don't see.
So if you're a struggling artist, just in general, right? Let's say you're a painter, and your paintings aren't getting sold. Maybe change your brush. Maybe change what you paint on. Maybe choose a pen. Maybe if you're doing something, keep going in that direction, but swerve left and right.
Yeah.
Find something else. Like I said, I really wanted to become an actor. I sucked. I started doing camera work. I said, okay, you know what? I'm good at this. And then I found out, oh, you know what? I'm really good at finding people. So let me find good people. So let me produce. So now I'm in producer phase. So it's always like evolving. Maybe in a couple years, I'll be I'll be back to directing.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
Yeah. So I guess you're saying everyone has the it factor. You just need to find your niche.
Everyone is special.
Yeah.
No. Everyone is unique. Not everybody is special. So everybody has something that makes them different.
What about so do you think special people exist?
Yeah.
So then what about these people who are not special that want to be special?
There's a lot more stories about people that are very bland, not special at all, that make it way further than special people. So the minorities are special people. The majority are just ordinary people that did extraordinary things because they had to.
Yeah.
So think about it that way. Like LeBron James, special guy, hard worker, he beats everybody. Stephen Curry, he's not special. Look at Stephen Curry. He was too small, too skinny, too slow, but he changed the league. And if you look at all the people that said, oh, this guy, when they started to draft, they said this guy is slow, he's not good. I think he got picked, I don't know, not first at all, like very far.
Yeah.
And they took a chance with him,
Yeah.
Golden State. So, like I said, there's a lot more stories about people that are not special that did extra special stuff.
Yeah, and
I hope that gives you hope.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, I guess to some extent that like Stephen Curry doing that is like kind of the it factor, right?
No, he found what he's good at.
He found what he was good at, and I guess he kind of changed his game, but that was like the it factor. But then
If you look at LeBron James,
but someone on the other hand, like
LeBron
who
James
also tried to be Steph Curry, right? Who was also not as big, not as.
But now I'm gonna say this: not everybody's trying to do 3-pointers like Stephen Curry, but not everybody can.
Yeah.
Because that was him. That was him. And then if you bring it back to the arts, right?
Yeah.
If I'm really good at connecting people, right? Why should I go and try to act? Why should I go?
Because
I don't have the insight.
Sometimes don't you feel like you need it, you have to do it, you no matter what.
Okay, maybe
It's like fuck. I know
imagine
I'm not
this.
good at
Imagine
acting,
this.
but-
I go from I tried acting, sucked. I went to video guy, good. Let me try producing, and then maybe I'll come back to an actor and be like Tarantino, right? Tarantino plays in his own movies, but he produces his own movies too.
So sometimes it comes full circle.
Yeah, so maybe in a couple
And
years.
people just don't realize it in that
Yeah,
sense. So
and they
you
go,
have to
"Oh."
embrace change.
Exactly.
And you have to let go of things.
Once again, he found what he was good at. And you know what he's really good at? Writing. Tarantino is a really good writer. He writes everything himself. And you don't think his movies are good?
Look, I will say he's the expert at what he does, but at the same time, I think a lot of his writing points are weak.
Still.
Reservoir Dogs, yeah, but I can still respect him.
Yeah, you have to respect his craft.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think his worst movie is Hateful Eight.
Okay, I haven't watched it. Don't.
But Django was good. Pulp Fiction was good. Kill
Pulp
Bill.
Fiction overrated.
Pulp Fiction not overrated. At all.
Overrated. One of the most overrated movies of all time.
Bro, don't.
I need to break that. We need to do these breakdown movies.
Why is Paul? Okay, yeah. Listen, we're too deep into this podcast.
Just real quick though, on the one thing is like, okay, I saw a quote where it's like, I don't know if you think this is true, but it's like talking about how most humans actually don't reach their highest potential. Do you believe? Do you believe?
Yeah.
That? So then, why do you think that is, and what do you think people can do about it? And
it's very simple.
Because I'm sure a lot of people would want to reach their highest potential.
I saw this article the other day. A person that has $100 million will inevitably, just by playing it safe, right? Just doing index funds will make 110 million. The person that has 100,000 by the end of like 2-3 years might lose it all. You know why? Because the person that plays with 100,000 maybe needs to live with it, maybe has unexpected life situation, maybe they get sick. Like even a car breaking down, you need to buy a new car. Okay? So the reason why the rich get richer is because they have something called freedom, like financial freedom, right? They can wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I want to take my 100 million, I'm going to put it in the index fund. Every year I'm going to make 8 to 10%, right? 8 to 10% is what, $1 million per year? So without even trying, they make $1 million a year, basically. So the person that can't reach their potential is just because they don't have freedom. So yes, money is super important.
Financial freedom. Yeah. So you're saying that they're not focused on money, but I feel like a lot of people are focused on.
But what are they doing? They're doing 9 to 5s.
I know, but how else? You kind of lost me on the going with the money route, but it's
the reason. Okay. Fuck, you're right.
Let's say.
Okay, why I wanted to be a filmmaker, right?
I kind of understand what you're saying.
But wait. I'm gonna give my point of view. The reason why I became a filmmaker was to get better at filmmaking, right? And I would do anything, any gig. Like I said, my first wedding, $150. I would do $400 weddings. I would do $250 like events. I would do everything for a little bit of money. And it started to add up where my skills, but also the demand. Like I was kind of lucky where people needed videos. Like we talked about this one time, I remember. But I was lucky. So I think luck plays a part. Opportunity plays a part, marketing, network, it all stacks up.
So all these different.
So now I'm in a position where I can be like, you know what, I can go and pursue my dream. And then I think why a lot of people don't, fulfill their dreams is because they're kind of stuck in this bubble where they make enough money to live, they make enough money to eat, and then
they're caught
in this kind of circle. And me, I'm kind of like looping, right? Oh, I need money, let me work hard again. But then I could take this long route, spend a little money on gear, better gear. I could buy better programs. I could do some courses, and then work hard again. Like I always have this like buffer, right? That where when I need money, I just hustle, like put my head down, ram forward. So I'm in that lucky position where my skill set is in demand. But also it's my passion. So I'm very lucky. Man, I don't know how to answer your question.
It's a fucking tough question. But I think you kind of answered it where it's like, look.
I think a lot of people also go into video making where they think it's gonna be easy. And then it's fucking hard. Like I see a lot of guys on Instagram, like yesterday, right? Like ask me, hey, I see you hustling. I see you have a lot of gigs. How do you do it? Like you kind of see it. It's fucking wake up every day, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Work really hard. Call people, bug people, ask for contracts. Say, hey, how? Like just today, like we closed a pretty big deal, right? The other one, not the. Anyways. And then it's just this constant like back and forth where. It's mental. Like this is my hard work part. I found what I'm good at. Now I'm working hard. So why a lot of people don't pursue their dreams, I think this is my opinion, is because they're stuck in this vicious circle of, and then.
Well, okay. So on that note, I guess because you kind of did answer it, but it's like some people I feel like they would say, "Look, I did that. I did what you did, but I didn't make it." And I guess you're saying that you
do it more.
You didn't do it.
Do it more. Like like Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. So you have to really put your head down and ram people. Like I remember doing a lot of free gigs where I would go to other, like for weddings I'm talking, I would go and film weddings for other people for super cheap. But also before COVID, I would film other planners. I would film what's it called? Other photographers, even other videographers.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of them panned out really good. So sometimes you have to do stuff where it's free. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways.
Yeah, you're saying it takes sacrifice. And like, look, at the end of the day, I think I kind of agree with you. It's like you have to figure out who you are as a person first, right?
Yeah,
as you said.
Basically.
Are you gonna go through hell no matter what? And even if you burn and die, are you gonna?
That's why I say.
Or are you someone who's gonna give up at the end? Because if
Yeah.
you're gonna give up, then it's like, look, sometimes dreams don't always come true.
That's
You
why
need
I
to figure
say
out
I
what
don't
path-
believe in burnout.
Yeah.
Because burnout is basically you hate what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't hate what I do. I love it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So burnout.
We need to talk about burnout too on another podcast.
Yeah. So we're an hour 20 in. We should cut it soon. Did we talk about anything we planned out?
No.
I think the last part was good.
Yeah.
Where
Last part was good.
we talked about I think the last part was like dreams and who you are. Yeah, basically find out who you are, really put your head down and try different stuff. Don't be scared of failure. You know, fail forward like they say.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
don't be, because I think that's one big thing that I see, I definitely have, and I'm still learning, is like people, they have a hard time letting go of whatever it is that they hold on to so dearly, whether it's money. Oh, I have to become this. I have to, it's like you said, you know, sometimes maybe you're not meant to be, and you have to let that go, and you have to try on other routes. And maybe you trying other routes and actually being good at what you do may wrap you around full circle back to where you wanted to be in originally. And it's like, look, life works funny sometimes. Life is funny.
So many actors you see, they say, oh, I started off as this, and then I just said, let me try this. But I think as human beings, we need to be comfortable with who we are.
Yeah.
I think as an actor, especially, if you're comfortable with who you are as a core, you could be anything else because you could always come back to you know,
you have your foundation.
Your foundation, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we should wrap it up.
Shit.
Anything else you want to say before?
This podcast got deep. Deep shit.
Number one podcast.
Number one podcast in everything. Don't give up.